Well, hello there, ladies and gents. I'm Tammy SYPNIEWSKI, your crypto queen. Thank you so much for popping by my channel. Please know that this is not financial advice. I'm only here to entertain you, but I will say this. Try to only buy on those red candles. Who wants to talk about pseudo market neutral strategy? Before you tune out thinking that sounds like the most boring thing in the world, what if I worded it this way? What if there's a chance for you to make money in the market, whether the market's going up or down? Does that sound interesting? You're probably thinking, how is this even possible? And we're going to do it through leveraged yield farming. This is what we're going to be able to do on Single Finance when they finally launch their platform. Now, Single Finance was kind enough to supply me a script that looks a little bit like this. And I just thought there was no way anybody would be able to ever understand that, so we are going off script today. In the absolute easiest way possible, I'm going to explain to you what leveraged yield farming is, but they did want me to point out a few key features about Single Finance. One is that single-click pseudo-market neutral strategy. Two is the time machine. And three is the capital protection bot. That's everything we're going to be able to do on the Single Finance platform. Before we even get there, I feel like it's important for me to build a narrative about decentralized finance and exactly what you can do with it and what it means. So normally when you're buying your cryptocurrency on a platform, let's say crypto.com, you buy your tokens and now they're parked there on the platform in the hopes that you'll be able to sell it at a higher price. This way you can make some profit. Now, instead of just having your tokens parked there right on the exchange, what if I told you there's a way to move your tokens off the exchange into a decentralized exchange, and you can actually put those tokens to work for you, making you money, generating some income without having to sell your tokens? That sounds wonderful, right? Now, this is where Single Finance lives, off the decentralized exchange of the Kronos blockchain. That's Crypto.com's own blockchain. With Single Finance, you'll be able to stake your tokens, you'll also be able to farm your tokens, and you'll also be able to do that leveraged yield farming as well. Now, in case you're very new to the cryptocurrency space and you're not really sure what any of that means, let me start off with the easiest thing first, and that's mining or staking your tokens. So you have your tokens and you tuck them in what's known as a mine. Now they're going to sit there. People are going to borrow your tokens, essentially. You're going to be like a cryptocurrency loan shark, and then they're going to have to pay you interest. At any time, you can extract your tokens from the mine, taking along with it any profits that you've made. Farming is very similar to mining, with the exception that now you're putting up two tokens, a liquidity pair. Normally, it's a stable token like USD or Tether, along with a token that's a little more volatile, perhaps like VVS token or Single Finance. You're tucking those into the farm. Same thing. People are going to be borrowing against your token, having to pay you some interest. At the end, you withdraw it from your farm along with anything that you've gained. But here's the thing about the farm. So initially when you're putting your token pairs in, you have to put them in at equal amounts. So maybe you're putting in 10 Tether, and let's say 100 single tokens is equal to 10 Tether. There you go. You've tucked them into your farm. But the market fluctuates. One goes up, one goes down. What you're looking for is stability. Let's say that the price of one particular token drops drastically. It's no longer even. It's not that you've lost anything. It's just that you're not going to be as profitable as you thought you were. And this is going to be called an impermanent loss. It's referred to as impermanent because there's always the chance that that token price can increase, and now these tokens are equal again. Next up comes leveraged yield farming. And to understand that, you have to understand what going long on something is and what going short on something is. So if you go long on an asset, whether it's a stock or a cryptocurrency, you're basically buying in the hopes that the price only goes up. This way you'll be profitable. However, you can always short that particular asset. So basically you're placing a bet saying, okay, I think the price of this is going to drop. Now, if it does drop, you'll be in profit. It's a great way to be able to make money in a bear market. But if the market moves against you and the price doesn't come down, but it goes up, now you're going to have to cover your losses. Okay, now that you understand that, what leveraged yield farming is when you're going both long and short at the same time. Normally, when you're doing leveraged yield farming, you have to pay very close attention to it. You have to constantly be watching your positions. You know, you might have to rebalance your portfolio. You might have to cover your losses, or you'll be liquidated. Like, sometimes it's just too much. What's great is you have that capital protection bot. That's like your own little personal financial advisor who just sits there and stares at your portfolio all day long. Because normally you'd have to go in there, make sure that everything is okay. If not, you have to withdraw something, rebalance your portfolio. Now you're paying fees on top of that to make all of these different transactions. With single finance, they take care of everything. The only thing you really have to do at the very beginning is pick your risk level. Obviously, the riskier you are, the more profitable that you can be. Single Finance is going to launch in a few weeks, and they did grant me access to the platform just so that I could look at it for this video. It's laid out very simplistically. I'm sure when it officially launches, there'll be, a big selection for you of what you want to invest in. But right now, it's in the testnet phases, so there's just a couple of things there. But just like with VVS Finance, you're going to be able to stake your tokens, farm your tokens, and you're going to be able to do this leveraged yield farming. Of course, when anything launches, you're going to see these huge APRs or APYs to make it look very enticing. They don't last very long. You can expect this percentage rate to drop down probably within a few weeks. Even if that drops 95%, you're still going to be more profitable than if you were tucking your money away in a traditional bank. For me, Single Finance cannot launch fast enough. I want to get in there. I've had 700 of the Single Finance tokens ever since I participated in the IGO on VVS. And I've also been mining VVS to get single tokens as a reward. So when they do launch, I'll close down that mine, shift over the Single Finance tokens into its own mine, and there I go. I plan to hold these tokens for a very long time. I'm not looking to flip them and make a quick profit. I want to tuck them away. I want to watch them grow over the years. This way I'll have like a nice little nest egg by the time I retire. Hopefully, let me knock on wood. The big takeaway from this video is why have your tokens sitting on an exchange? Just sitting there, parked there, waiting for the price to go up. You can move them over to the DeFi system where they can then start generating some income for you. And when your time comes, you feel like you want to sell your tokens, you can always extract them from the farms or the mines. Your investment is not locked in there. You can always withdraw it and sell it back at the exchange. Now, of course, I have to add this on. Anything that you're doing with cryptocurrency, it's always a gamble. There's always a gamble whenever you're investing into cryptocurrency, and especially if you're investing in the decentralized portion of cryptocurrency. I don't think that will happen, but I have to put that waiver out there. You understand. We always say any money that you're putting into cryptocurrency, make sure it's money that you don't need. Don't put your mortgage payment in there. Don't put your grocery money in there. Don't invest anything that you can't afford to lose. We always say that, and we mean it. When Single Finance finally does launch, of course, I'm going to get in there. I want to get into the mines. I want to get into leveraged yield farming. I'm going to do it all, and I'm going to bring you along with me. Well, that's going to do it here for me today. I thank you so much for joining me, and until next time, don't forget, try to only buy on those red candles, and please take care of yourself.